I am making new music.
So last week I recorded at June Audio for the first time in 6 years. In the music industry, that's basically one entire geological era.
Yo!
So yeah, I'm kind of a dinosaur, but I did it. I went back. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you might not know that June Audio is one of the best studios in the game, as in like your favorite band cries in there. Good. So it's tucked deep inside the heart of Provo, Utah. Yes, that Provo. I will not be explaining any further. It's amazing. I love June Audio. Every time I'm there, I'm like a kid in a freaking candy store. A lot of famous people record there. And look, I'm not gonna name drop for clout. I'm too humble for that. I think that's cringy. I'm not trying to make Benson Boone and his abs. Brandon Flowers from The Killers. Brandon Campbell from Neon Trees. Brandon Steinekert from Rancid. Post Malone. Brandon Robbins from The Moth and the Flame. Why are there so many Brandons? Every famous Brandon is recording at this place. The list of names goes on, but there's one name that had me white knuckling through the snow on Highway 15 down to Provo from Brigham City where my in-laws live, and that name is Nate Pyfer. Now, if you're anywhere near the Intermountain West / California coast music scene, you know that Nate's a legend, straight up. He's like your favorite producer's favorite producer energy. Okay. Now, Nate produced my last solo EP called Kill Me Slower, and that was actually the first time we hung out, which is kind of wild.
Up into an ulcerated rage.
Oh man, that thing sounds so good!
I took a dip into your cool green eyes.
I always want to work with producers where even if I had nothing to do with the record, I'd still be blasting it in my car like, who made this? Nate has that in spades.
And maybe we even layer it with a vocal. Or the French Connection or something, right? But then we do the little spooky kind of only after the third one.
He's like a punk rock shaman. It's like if Rick Rubin lived in the mountains and yelled at you lovingly.
It's too low!
We too low!
We're too low here!
Every weird texture layer, it serves the story of the song.
All right, so what is this we're looking at?
All right, so it's just your average music box, I guess. But what's cool about this one is I just saw this pop up online one of these times where it's like you can like make your own melodies, but they give you some, like, so this is like Happy Birthday.
Sure.
But then they just give you all these blank ones, then they just give you this little punch.
First of all, there's electric.
So then you just go through and you can...
So you punch it on the music as
yeah,
if
so
it's
you
like...
punch it on this and then you just feed this thing. It plays the melody that you put in there. I mean, sadly, you can usually hear yourself turning this thing louder than the actual music, but chord it in, and then once we get it into Pro Tools, we'll have some fun with it. A little hole there. Let's pop that guy. There you go, A, here.
The first track we recorded is called My Revenge, and the subject matter is way too personal for YouTube. My Revenge came together in like 10 minutes in my New York City apartment. After I wrote it, I started sobbing like a Victorian child with a fainting couch.
A bitter cup at such a tender age. You drank it up into an ulcerated rage, then hid a little while.
I was a mess for a few hours. It was embarrassing, but I love the song. It's my favorite thing I've ever done. I did write it for my wife. Got to have her play violin on it in the studio with Nate, which was a spiritual experience, to say the least. It was like cinematic devastation, illegal levels of talent and sexiness. The second track, however, is called ROI.
What's the ROI on me being alive? Would you even cry?
I actually got the idea for this song when I was driving down the highway with my father-in-law. It was really funny. We're just chatting about whatever, and life insurance comes up, as it does, you know? Life insurance comes up, as it does, you know? And he goes, yeah, I'm probably worth more dead than alive at this point. And he laughed. I thought it was super funny.
ROI on me being alive.
So I sprinted home and I wrote all the lyrics down for ROI. It's not exactly a cheery song. For me, the darker and more unhinged a song is, the more honest it feels. The song is about people who judge others purely by their economic output. Productivity, or social status, education level, whatever.
Would you seize up all my property? Would you dress up in black for the trust?
Basically, people who treat other people like spreadsheets with legs.
Would you carry on my legacy with shell corporations that last?
I was beyond pumped to have Aaron Anderson play drums on this track. I've been a huge fan of his for years. He has this interesting knack for making drums explosive sounding but still fluid at the same time. I listen to his drum tracks and I feel like he's trying to fight me and hug me at the same time. Now that I say that out loud, it kind of sounds like an abusive relationship. Spencer Peterson, he played bass and second guitar on ROI.
Everyone's trying to sell me drugs.
Dude is an animal.
I'm just like you, but lazy.
I'm like genuinely afraid of how good he is at music. I think if he looked me in the eye for too long, I might evaporate. But I want to try, Spencer, if you're up for it. Staring contest. Anyway, these songs mean everything to me. I'm exhausted. I'm ecstatic. My car is still defrosting here in Southern California. These songs are being mixed right now, so if you hit a subscribe or a like or a follow or whatever buttons you want to hit, I'll let you know when they're done. Thanks to all the famous Brandons at June Audio. Brandon, let's go Brandon.